and I just wanted to make a really quick video on what I generally bring back from Serbia to home, because there's so many good things that you just can't get in other places, and I thought it would be fun to show you maybe a little bit about a different culture, or maybe you already know and it'll just make you feel at home like it does for me. I'm just making this really quickly before my grandparents pack everything, because they take packing to the extreme. You will see, I will show you the after shot. They take this very seriously. There will be many plastic bags involved, unfortunately. We have pekmez or dunya. Dunya is a fruit, it's a quince translated to English. It's like a small little pear. I'll put a picture up. And this is a jam that my grandma made from our weekend house, our vikendica. She puts a heck of a ton of sugar in this. I think quince is actually quite like sour, but the sugar with the sour, it's like something special. It's actually the first time I've tried this, and I'm into it. I'm into the texture as well. I'm not going to open it because it's already like really tight scrap. Oh, I am going to open it. Sok or dunya. Again, juice that my grandma has made with the quince, and it's got little bits in it, but you add water if you want to make it a little bit less strong. And in the classic water bottle, this water is incredible. I swear it tastes the best. Like, I can actually just buy this as like a luxury treat drink. Prolom voda. I don't know why, but it's actually the best mineral water I've ever tried. My granddad at his weekend house makes slivovica, which is a plum brandy. He doesn't do it so much these days because he's very old now. He's 91, but this one is from 2003, and I'm bringing it back as a present for someone. I'm gifting it. It makes a really special present, and he takes a lot of care, like making these labels, and like my grandma would have rinsed off the label for like the vinegar bottle. This is originally a vinegar bottle, but obviously we're not going to transport this in a glass bottle because it will definitely smash. This is how it's being transported, and I just love the care that's been taken into this, but it seems quite funny that such a precious alcohol is in this little plastic bottle. It's super strong. It's like around 50%, and you just put it in a little shot glass, and you don't down it, like you don't shot it, you just sip at it before dinner.
Neću ti puno, pošto ti...
Hvala.
Ajde, živjeli maca.
Živjeli.
Hvala ti na ovako.
Okay, and now a little less rushed. And these things don't have to be packed so carefully like the other things. Let's start with the most fun one. Oh, so beautiful. So this is bee pollen, as you might recognise. I get this from the market, so it's actually really affordable. It's only 400 dinars, this whole pack, which equates to, I'll put it here, in euros. I also got one for 200 dinars as well, in a smaller weight. But what you should know before going to these markets is that you should definitely like scale the whole place one round first, because what tends to happen is that they sell similar things and they'll sell them for different prices, different qualities, and I sometimes make the mistake of committing too early, and then I see another stand, I'm like, oh damn, and then I end up buying the same thing twice. I started at one stand, it was 300 dinars. I was like, no, I'm not going to commit, I'm going to check if there's another stand. Then I found another one for 200 dinars and I bought it, but then afterwards I thought to myself, like, why is it so dark? I don't actually know if this means anything, but if you see the colours in these ones, there's a lot of like dark brown ones, and yet in this one which I saw afterwards, look how like golden compared. And I thought it just looked pretty in this glass jar. I like to put this on top of porridge or in like yellow smoothies or even on yogurt, and it's really nice. It's quite luxurious with like honey, yogurt, passion fruit. Just I add it to most things. It gives it a little extra honey touch. Then something not so healthy is plasma, probably quite an obvious choice, but I love mlevena. That to me is the best. You like mix it with milk into kind of like a baby food, probably is the closest description I can find. But this one I'm bringing back is posna, meaning that it doesn't have any animal products in it, and the reason I've chosen this one is because I find that dairy doesn't really agree with me, but apparently they sell this all year round. So this isn't vegan necessarily, as in it is vegan, but it's not made for people who are vegans necessarily. It's made For postna, it comes from the verb postiti, meaning to fast, and this will be the case before any religious celebrations. So for instance, before Easter people would fast, and so you see a lot of products with postna on them, and even in restaurants you can order from like a special postna menu, which is really great if you also have like dairy intolerance, or if you're actually vegan and visiting. It makes it super simple, because over here, as you probably might know already, like meat eating is very, very big, you know, very heavy food, very rich meat and cheese, and yeah, quite stodgy, heavy foods. So veganism is on the rise here. Like there are a few vegan restaurants now, but yeah, it's not as common as say in Germany or in the UK. So what else? Please ignore this room. As you've probably seen from my other videos, this is a very tiny room that I stay in when I'm here, and it gets very messy, but I'm about to pack anyway, so there's no point tidying. One other thing I will bring back with me is a packed lunch, or like a packed dinner from my grandma. She's making moussaka at the moment, right this very second, which is really sweet of her, and it just means that when I get home and the fridge is empty, I will have a really nice home cooked meal, and moussaka is one of my favourites. I've made so many nice meals while I've been here with her, and I've been filming them and like writing down notes. I really hope that I can make them myself when I'm back in Berlin, because it will just make me feel a little bit more close to home and close to like my traditional cultural background.
Ja bi malo spremila nekog ručka, jer bi ti mogla kad imaš pauzu da dođeš ovdje samo u dvorište da ti baba donese to.
Može, hvala puno. Evo da vidimo šta je baba mi je donela. Baš u šerpi. I ima krpa također, naravno. I samo imam 15 minuta tog mog sastanka. Malo ću jesti sada i malo kasnije malo. Jao, kako je slatko. I've been thinking a lot about tradition, rituals, cultural heritage, things that we do, that we eat, that we celebrate, that make us feel like we're part of something and that we're close to home, and our heritage make us feel close to our family. It's something I've never really had growing up living in London, because I wouldn't necessarily say that I felt Serbian or English or Irish, which are my heritage. So every time I come and visit my grandparents, I'm really keen to like pick up certain recipes that my grandma makes, so that I can make them for myself, for my family, for my kids further down the line, and just to keep like a sense of tradition. And I think it's important to have a background, or just know where you're from and understand your roots. Yeah, and a few other recipes that I've learned while I've been here are punja na paprika, stuffed peppers. What else did we make together? Oh, I make javape, but I make that all the time, and you can get them even on like little packs in Germany in Aldi and Lidl, I think. You can get them like pre-made as well, and they're actually pretty decent. They also do vegan ones, which I've tried. A little strange, must say, but it's good if you don't want to eat meat. I do kind of interchange. Because of the war in Yugoslavia, a lot of people have moved to other countries, so there is like a big Balkan diaspora across the world, across the globe, and especially in Germany and Berlin you see it a lot. So in places like Turkish shops you can pick up things like ayvar, you can actually even pick up plasma, and the only reason, like normally I wouldn't pick this up because you can get it, but I think most places I've only seen them do the biscuits, and I don't think I've seen the postna, so that's why I'm bringing this one home. But there are quite a few things that you can pick up there, which is great. So that's one reason I do like being in Berlin, because it's easier to find foods that I love. Okay, so I best get packing. I need to be at the airport at 4:30, so I need to leave at 3:30. My uncle's going to come pick me up and take me, which is really nice of him. So now I've got 2.5 hours to pack everything and eat my lunch and say my goodbyes. And I always cry, because I never know if it's going to be the last time when I see my grandparents. So it's always emotional when I leave. Anyway, I've sort of been putting it out of my mind, but if I start thinking about it, I will cry. So let's get going. Also, I don't think I mentioned where the bee pollen is from, and I should credit the man who sold me this. His name is Vladisavljevic. Here's his card, and we've got here 100% prirodni proizvodi, so 100% natural products found at Limana Piazza. Shout out. This feels strangely like I'm like influencing this product, which I don't want to do because it's just wrong when it's real life and it's not. I just feel like it's quite cringy. But yeah, credit to this man who sold me these bee pollen. I'm going to enjoy it muchly. And the other one was Moi Roi. Sad je skoro 5 sati i jedi mi se nešto slatko. I moja babi je napravila ovaj kolač. Zaboravila sam kako se zove. Od maline. Kao sladoled. Hoćete li? Ne možete. Ovo je samo za mene. Ko sam ja sada? Here are the finished products. Here's the juice. Here's the rakia brandy. This one is the bee pollen. Should be some bubble wrap around this one, and then newspaper, and then plastic bag. Same again, newspaper, plastic bag. Very well packed. I wish I'd got some footage of them recording it, but I was too busy. They're very particular.
Koliko si imala prošli put?
13 kilograma. 13.
Pa jel to dozvoljavaju?
Ćao, konačno. Stigla sam, sad sam u stanu.
Eto, baš mi je drago. Kaži mi ovo, kako si putovala?
Lepo sam putovala. Oni su nam dali mali avion za ovaj put.
Bila sam sa Mogosnicom.
Da.
Kako je bilo puno?
Da, pa skroz pun. I onda kad smo izašli iz aviona, oni su proveli pasoš odmah, kao da je neki kriminalac u avionu ili nešto tako. Da, malo čudno. Sve je bilo u redu i sad grejem tvoju masaku. Ljubim te. Ljubim vas. Ćao, čao.